Good morning. Ms. Poppy, Ms. Conley, Mr. Owenberg, Mr. Hutchison, Ms. Bloom, Board of Education members, Belmore faculty, parents, family members, and my fellow students. It is a great pleasure to have the opportunity to speak to you today. This event is the culmination of all of our time at Kennedy High School, as well as our last time as students of this school. We have all come a long way since we first set foot in high school. As freshmen, school felt like a maze to us, but now our road seems clearer, at least until we start college and feel like we're in a maze again. Recently, I have been thinking about the idea of roads, which is ironic considering I don't even have my driver's license. Countless inspirational quotes talk about the road of life, and in doing so, they imply that life is a straightforward path, or that it should be if we follow it correctly. But regardless of the choices we make, life will never be straightforward. There will always be obstacles. So perhaps life is not a road as we like to imagine it. Rather, life is a maze where the objective is not to get from point A to point B, but simply to commit ourselves to progressing forward. The most important thing to remember about the maze of life is that there is never only one correct path. Any number of paths have brought us to this point. We took different classes and joined different clubs, all the while spending time with different groups of people. Some of these differences come from our conscious decisions in life, but this is not always the case. Oftentimes, we want to follow one path, what we see as the road, but find this path impossible. However, if we look at life as the maze, as that it is, we will see other options to take. As I said before, I do not yet have my driver's license. The expected path for people in high school is to get a learner's permit at 16, take driver's education, and then take a road test at 17, hopefully passing and earning a driver's license. But in my case, I was not mentally ready to follow this structure, so I was compelled to delay these driving experiences. Of course, with this alternate path came a variety of other decisions and arrangements. For example, I have had to arrange rides with more people than I would like to admit. I decided when I was ready to learn to drive. At long last, I started taking lessons, continuing my progression through my own path in the maze. If we intend to follow one route, but are then thrust down another, how do we compensate? Some of us struggle academically, others struggle economically. For much of my life, I struggled socially. It is true that these types of obstacles make our desired path more difficult, but this does not mean that we should give up on these pursuits. On the contrary, it means that we should make it our goal to overcome the obstacles in our path. I spent years trying to figure out how I should behave in social situations, figuring out rules that are second nature to most. Today, thanks to many people sitting here now, I have found my place in the social world of high school, and even understand some of the ways of this social world. In the end, every one of us has the potential to conquer a maze. We can see this in the fact that we are all here today. But I will admit that following a different route is never as simple as following the common path. We live our lives with the common path in mind, with a set idea of what we want to do today, or tomorrow, or next week, and how we want to do it. So when we are forced to take a different route, it can be jarring, and we will be forced to do this, because no matter how we live our lives, obstacles will pop up. A key example, everyone here today was greatly affected by the destruction of Hurricane Sandy. Homes were damaged, electricity was lost, and school was canceled. We had to rethink how we were living in order to overcome the lack of power and repair the community. Luckily, we were a great success in doing so. The Belmore Merritt community came together to help friends and neighbors with repair and cleanup. Kennedy High School itself organized numerous events to support the community and raise money for the relief cause. This was all possible because we saw a need and reacted to it. With every obstacle, there is a lesson to be learned. And the lesson from Sandy is the power of everyone united toward a common goal. I hope that our community remembers this sense of community going forward, for it is not just for times of crisis. In all aspects of life, in school, at home, and elsewhere, we need to realize that people should never have to face their obstacles alone. There are always people who can provide help, no matter the problem. I would now like to take the time to thank these people who have helped us overcome obstacles of all kinds. Every one of us has had teachers who have not only broadened our knowledge of the world, but have also been there for guidance when we have faced academic and personal challenges. We also have made friends over the years who are with us as peers, so we can provide mutual support for each other. And finally, our parents and family members have been a constant source of help and guidance at every point in our lives. To all of these people, I speak for my whole class when I thank you for helping us to progress successfully through our high school years. Now, we must examine how we got here and use our accumulated experiences to look forward. Many of us are about to enter college, which is one of the biggest changes in direction thus far in our lives. With it comes new experiences, but also new obstacles. As we enter college, we must learn to navigate its maze, just like we have learned to navigate the maze of high school. As we do so, don't be afraid to take an uncommon route, because that very well may be the path that leads you to your greatest successes. The times you stray in the main road are the times you define your identity and your goals, and that will make all the difference. We are now at a crossroads in the maze of life. We have all arrived at this point differently, and we will all proceed from this point differently. But now, we are here at our graduation ceremony. Now we can take a breath and celebrate all that we have accomplished. We have come a long way to get here, and we all have a long way still to go. Good luck to everyone.